Welcome to week 11 of the Street Parking Vault. And now this week's workout is sponsored by our amazing partner, RPM Jump Rope. Now let's get into this week's shout outs. First shout out is gonna go out to our awesome member, SB Cookie Monster. Yes, that's you, Don. We still see you, we love you. All the way out from Arizona. Also to your kids, Drew and Lila. Drew, shout out to you for crushing that vault workout, getting in 4 rounds. Your squats look freaking great. And keep practicing those push-ups, okay? I wanna see some strong push-ups when I see you next time. And Lila, don't you worry. Caitlin will send you your own vault shirt so your mom can wear hers. Keep it up, family. Our next shout out is gonna go out to our member, SP Chastain. Deb, you are still rocking it. Not only are you part of our 1K member crew, you are just an awesome minute parker all the way out from California. And yes, this is what she calls herself, so it's not me just making up names. One of the cool things about Deb is that she is strong and she lets no obstacle get in her way. Last year at Fitness Freedom, she jumped into a cold plunge. She bear hugged with 70 pounds. So age is no limiting factor here. We are pumped for you. Keep crushing it, Deb. Our third shout out is gonna go out to our beast of a member, Mr. Fluid, Jamar. My brother, we see you out there crushing it, representing the gentleman's community with some class. You are crushing the workouts, looking like a beast. So keep it up. Pumped to have you part of this community. And our gym shout out for the week is gonna go out to Rivalry Fitness out in South Carolina. I gotta tell you, thank you for sharing this year's vault with us. Your community is absolutely crushing it. You guys look great. The facility looks awesome. Hopefully we get to stop by and do a workout with your crew sometime in the near future. Keep it up.
It's kind of funny thinking about how many vault workouts I've done and the number of times things don't ever go as planned. I have 4 kids. The youngest is 8 months, the oldest is 10 years old. And they tend to keep us on our toes. Some days they work out with us, some days my wife works out, or sometimes we all work out. It changes. And I think when I saw all these vaults, I think my oldest was 4 or 5, I think. And they're never the same. I think at this stage of the game, I find a way to get it done, and I'm not hard on myself if it doesn't go the way I envisioned or I don't have the time. Here I am recording this after a workout at 10 o'clock at night. I think it's a testament to, the strength and resilience to find a way to fit it into the craziness of the day-to-day schedule.
The Street Parking Vault is a 1 workout per week for 25 weeks series with the goal to help street parking members build consistency.
You can do any version of the workout.
Customize these movements and choose a version that fits your ability.
Each week, log your workout before the time is up.
Your scores and weights don't matter.
You just can't miss.
I really feel it's my time, think it's my...
Welcome back to the 2024 Vault. This is week 11 and the workout is the Underworld of the Caribbean. Your program A workout is 4 rounds of a 400-meter run, then 3 rounds of 12 kettlebell swings, 8 burpees, then rest 2 minutes between those 4 rounds. You have 2 scores for this workout, your fastest and slowest times, and the goal is 4.5 to 7 minutes. Your shift workout today is going to be 6 rounds of 1 minute of continuous movement, 16 eye-level kettlebell swings, and 8 burpees. Your score is going to be your total time, and the goal is 15 to 20 minutes.
Coach Bree here, bringing you week 11 of the SP Kids Vault, the Underworld of the Caribbean, which is 2 minutes of continuous movement, then a 5-minute AMRAP of 8 kettlebell overhead swing, 8 dumbbell facing burpee, 8 alternating single leg dumbbell deadlift or single leg toe touch. The goal of this workout is going to be to keep your shoulders and hips in line during those deadlifts or single leg toe touches.
What did you say that was?
What? That was a new 100-meter core run.
Gotta add the sound effect. With our members or with people when they want to do something like that, where they're like, I want to go all out on a workout. Usually what I will do is encourage them to choose a workout where they're comfortable with the movements so that they can focus more on the mindset piece. Or like, don't choose a movement that's new for you or that you already have like a mental block with. So maybe me choosing the bike, which is more comfortable for me, will allow me to focus more on the mindset piece, because I already feel like I'm bad at running. I'm worried I'm gonna pee my pants because I've had 3 kids. I'm worried that the cough is gonna come because the air is cold. I used to tell people, even when I was a coach, like back at NorCal, like if it was like a wall ball burpee workout, I was like, this is the one. This is the one you sell out, because you're not gonna get hurt if your technique falls apart. You're not gonna fail a wall ball. You're not gonna fail a burpee. Yes, like this is the opportunity for you to just go for it.
You can have an experience in a workout that involves your body that's like, yeah, like when you wake up in the morning, like, all right, today is today. Like I'm gonna have this experience today, and it doesn't matter what happened yesterday or what's coming up, which I think is generally challenging for people to stay in the like, right now I'm running. Like not worrying about, oh my gosh, this is round 1 and I still have 3 more rounds to go with it, you know, just trying to be like, okay, how am I doing in this place? And then when you reset, that's like what's really great too, that there's that reset, trying to just be still and like clean slate and like, all right, go again, begin again.
All right, you guys, it is week 11 of the 2024 Street Parking Vault. I'm here with Bill and Kariana, and we're about to do the Underworld of the Caribbean. And this is a repeat workout from back in February of 2023, which I have burned deeply into my brain. I remember doing in this garage by myself and coming in and telling Julian, like, I don't know what just happened to me, but I went to the Underworld of the Caribbean. So let's see, we've got a couple different versions going on, but this workout is pretty simple. We're all going straight up kettlebell swings. Kariana's gonna do a Russian swing. She's gonna run on the runner, Underworld. I'm gonna go on the Underworld bike, and Bill is gonna run outside in the cold. So we're all just doing regular reps. No one's going crazy with the extra challenge. I don't even know what the extra challenge is off the top of my head right now, and we don't need it. It will be good enough. So here we go. Oh man, buckle up you guys. It's week 11 of the 2024 Street Parking Vault. We've got Bill and Kariana in town, and we've convinced them to do this workout that on paper, when you look at it, does not look that bad. But if you've been around for at least a year, and you were a member of Street Parking in February of 2023, and you did this workout because it's been programmed before, you might have memory of that not being the case. We've got the Underworld, wait, hold on. We've got the Underworld of the Caribbean, or the Caribbean, I don't know how the proper way is to say that. Bill, it looks like he's running really fast. Here we go. This workout is 4 sets, okay? Each set starts with a 400-meter run, or the equivalent bike row, as you know, and then you're gonna do 3 rounds of 12 kettlebell overhead swings and 8 burpees. So you'll go 400, 12, 8, 12, 8, 12, 8, after which you will rest for 2 minutes. You do all of that a total of 4 times. We've got an extra challenge, which, okay, so I was, once again, like, how did I get assigned? I'm not the person assigning who, what? That's not true. I'm partially involved in assigning who's doing which workout for these demonstration videos. But I definitely didn't assign myself this one. And I have very dark memories of when I did this back in 2023. Now, I did extra challenge when I did it before, which is part of why it was so bad. But part of what makes it so bad is when you look at it, it just doesn't look bad. And so you kind of go into it with an expectation of it being just a nice like little cardio session, which it can be if you treat it that way, but that's not how we want you to treat it. What we want you guys to do in this workout is we want you to, as with the mindset that Bill and Kariana, the challenge that they've put out to you, or the, I don't know if they want me to call it a challenge, the way that they want you to attack this workout, to take an opportunity, the opportunity that they've given you to do some mindset work in this workout is they want you to go pretty hard, maybe not all out to where you're incapable of recovering, but pretty close on each round or each set. So you think of it as one time is the workout, 400-meter run, 3 rounds, 12-8, 12-8, 12-8. Think of that one section of that's the whole thing. That's all I'm thinking about. And even within that, all I'm thinking about is running. And then all I'm thinking about is, okay, now I'm doing these swings. And then all I'm thinking about is now I'm doing these burpees. Try not to let your head think about 4 sets, or try not to let your head think about the next movement or the next round, and push on each set, each round, each movement is the opportunity that they've laid out for you guys today. And that's how we want you attacking it. So don't hold back. Don't hold back thinking about how long this workout's gonna be, because we do have a goal for each one of those sets. So the 400, 12-8, 12-8, 12-8, each time you do that, we're looking for it to take you around 4.5 minutes to 7 minutes. We've got to do that 4 times. So when you start doing the math, this workout does end up being pretty long. Kariana is going with the Russian swing today. That's always an option for you. If you're new to this movement, if you've got something going on with your shoulders, or your kettlebell that you have is too heavy for an overhead swing for this number of reps, always an option and a great option for you. Bill and I finished that first section right around the same time. I think it was like 4:07, 4:08, something like that. And now we've got our 2-minute rest. Kariana now right at that 4:30 mark. We've got a shift version of this workout, which is just, it's very simple. 6 rounds, 1 minute of continuous movement, 16 kettlebell swings, 8 burpees. You can see all of us taking our opportunity to like breathe, reset. Make sure you guys are doing that. So Bill and I were under the goal. See what happens toward the end here. And Kariana was right at it. Now again, I said that when I did this workout a year ago, I did extra challenge. I probably could have done extra challenge today. And I probably will do extra challenge when I do this workout again. But I was scared of it, to be honest. I had such dark memories from when I did it before. I gotta tell you. So to push on this one, I chose the bike because I still have this dang cough and cold that I'm getting over. So I chose the bike so that I wasn't out breathing in the cold air. I'm more comfortable pushing on a bike than on the runner, or than if I run. And I just went with straight up reps. Now Bill, again, it was demoralizing every time he would come in. Look at this cadence. I don't run this fast. That would be like an all out pace for me. So who are Bill and Kariana? If you guys are newer to street parking, or if you haven't dug into the extra programs and you've missed some of the content that we put out this week, let's talk about these two. Kariana is someone that I have known for well over a decade now. We work together on the CrossFit Seminar team. We work together on the CrossFit Games media team. We are good, close friends. She's one of my closest friends who has come back into my life in a very, in a time in my life where I very much needed it. Now, Bill is a therapist, and they have a gym. They have a gym where they have mindfulness and movement. psychology of physiology. I might have said that backwards, but where they're tying movement and mindset together and really talking about how we can't separate our mental health from our physical health. And they're doing a lot of amazing work. And Kariana is actually in school right now to also become a licensed therapist, and have both worked in fitness. Kariana had a gym in Morristown, New Jersey for I think a decade or something like that. It's still there, CrossFit Motown. Anyway, they also have an extra program in the street parking extra programs, the Sisyphus Gauntlet, where it's 4 1-hour-long workouts, each of them that are different and have a mindset component. There's a badge that you can earn if you complete all of those. There's a t-shirt you can buy if you complete all of those. It is a very cool challenge. You actually don't have access to those until you've logged 200 street parking workouts, for the very reason that we want to make sure that you're consistent and you've developed a good base of fitness before taking on the 4-hour-long sessions that they've put together. We're working on some new stuff with them, and they're going to be involved more. So we had them back out, and they're just super important people in mine and Julian's lives. And we're so grateful to have them here and a part of the street parking family. So here we are in the second set of 4. Once again, each set is that 400-meter run or equivalent bike row, then 3 rounds of 12 kettlebell swings, 8 burpees. We're asking you to begin again each set. So during that 2-minute break, we're forgetting about the past. We're not thinking about the rounds to come. We're focusing on just this next set. Checking in with ourselves, deciding to go as hard as we can on it, to not hold back and worry about what's going to come afterwards. I don't know if Bill mentioned this in the video that was shown before this, but it's like getting a little bit reckless or a little bit risky. Risky, not reckless, I think is what he said to me before, where you're like, oh, I might be pushing a little bit too hard, to where by the end of this, my time is much slower on set 4 than it was on set 1, but not reckless to where we're moving dangerously or anything like that. And that's really a good kind of phrase or saying to go into a lot of the street parking workouts with. Definitely plan on doing the swings unbroken each time. If you don't have a kettlebell that allows you to do that, lower the reps, so you could do what Kariana's doing. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't want to break them up, but I would highly encourage you guys to choose a weight that allows you to do all 12, even if the last 4 reps of each set or whatever are super spicy or super difficult. And then 8 burpees, the single-digit burpee, we're looking for very minimal to no breaks during this whole set each time. And that doesn't mean they need to be burpees as fast as what we're doing here, but place your hands down, jump back, touch your chest, jump or step in, try to keep yourself moving. Again, only thinking about this section, this set that I'm on. My time on this second part, again, Bill and I are like right together, was over 4:30, 4:35 or something. I took a picture. Maybe I can pull it up here on my phone. I'm just guessing at this point. Let's see here if I can find it. $4:30 exactly on set 2. So now in the goal range. And I remember, because as I'm recording the audio to this, it's only been a few days since I did it. It was between set 2 and set 3 where I had to make a decision if I was going to attack this workout the way that Kariana and Bill were encouraging us to do, the begin again. Or am I just going to coast through the next 2 rounds? Am I actually going to attack round 3 or set 3 with full intensity and checked into it? Or am I hurting bad enough that I'm just going to coast? I was hurting pretty bad at this point, not comfortable. Couldn't believe I still had 2 more rounds left. Now, if you find yourself on set 1 at 6:30 to 7 minutes, I would encourage you to change something. You can either try pushing to see if you can speed that up a little bit, or at least maintain it on the second set, or shorten the run distance or the calories on the row or bike a little bit. Lower the reps on the swings and burpees to 9 and 6 or something like that allows you to keep moving. But really, if you're pushing that, realistically, let's talk about it. If you're pushing that 7-minute window, you were probably stopping a lot. So what we need you to do is maybe not even change the reps, to be honest. Do something that allows you to not stop. So whether that's going to a Russian swing, an elevated burpee if you need to, something that allows you to keep moving more steadily. Because if you're pushing that 7-minute plus time, there's a lot of stopping. So let's try to figure out a way to not have that happen, to keep in that 4:30 to 7-minute window and keep moving the entire time. I remember now being on the bike for this third round, it felt completely different than round 1. And with this challenge that Kariana and Bill have put out, I'm not supposed to be thinking about round 1, right? I'm supposed to be, this is how I feel right now, and this is what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to do the best that I can. And isn't it cool how that can apply to our lives? And I know that it's something that I still need and have needed every day, especially this last 9 months of my life. This is where I am at right now. This is how I feel. This is the cards that I'm dealt. I've got 22 calories to go on this bike. And I'm just going to close my eyes and let it feel the way that it feels. Not stop. Decide to do the best that I can and not check out, not coast, right? Try not to think about the kettlebell swings and the burpees and how uncomfortable those are that I've still got to do in this set. All right, so Bill's already back. He's already swinging away. Now, Bill and I talked about, after this workout, how much we appreciated having each other. There's an energy that you can get from working out with other people that is healthy and pushes you. And I knew that just with my stature alone, I could catch Bill on these swings, and especially the burpees, because he's so tall. And I like and enjoy burpees, typically. I'm good at them. So there's that healthy push where he's like, I got to get ahead of her a little bit or she's going to catch me. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna try to catch him, but not in a way that, oh, I got to beat Bill or I'm mad that he's ahead of me or anything like that. It was, hey, we're in this together. Let's feed off of each other a little bit. And that's awesome. Where it becomes unhealthy or it takes you out of your own work and what you need to be doing for yourself is where it becomes competitive. Now, Kariana, she's been going through some stuff lately where she hasn't been doing this type of intense training very much at all. I think she told me that before they came to visit, she had only done intense sessions like these 3 or 4 times in the last few months. So this is why she chose to go with the Russian swing. And then somehow she ended up on the runner. Now, Kariana is a really good runner because I would have taken forever if I went on the runner. But she had to accept the runner takes longer. And I haven't been doing this stuff. So for her, she probably just needs to put the blinders on and not pay attention at all to what Bill and I are doing. And that's okay too. This is a longer one. Don't be afraid, as I always encourage you guys, especially on these workouts that are longer, to throw this on your computer or on your iPad or on a TV or something and feel like we're right there with you doing this workout. The workout, the Underworld of the Caribbean, by the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, is a dark training ground for Jolly Roger's deadly followers. So the Underworld of the Caribbean was a place, I guess, where Jolly Roger's followers would go and train, and that seems just very appropriate. This is very much that. We're just skeletons, the undead skeletons just training away over here. So that round for me, that set was 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Which nothing in my mind or my body wanted to be able to hold that 4:30 window as I was starting out. But the mindset that Bill and Kariana put out for us, it was so helpful on this one to don't worry about what's happened. Don't worry how you're feeling. Don't worry about that there's still a fourth set. Just do what you can do. And it allowed me to keep that pace and hold it. Kariana here finishing up her third set. You got Julian and Banner over there just relaxing away, but don't you worry. He's going to have to do it too. It's the benefit of sometimes filming these in advance is when it actually comes up, you're so grateful that you already did it. So we've got one more. We've got to make that decision one more time to give it everything we've got. Now, I personally feel that in a workout like this, it's not the fourth round that's the hardest, it's the third round. Because the fourth round, I'm like, this is it. I've got one more and I'm done, so I can sell out and I don't have to worry about it. So that for me personally, I've already overcome the biggest hurdle, which is that third round, or like, you know, if it's a workout with 7 rounds, it's like rounds 4, 5, 6, like that. I don't know if it's like that for you guys. Share in the comments if you're watching while it's premiering here, if you're the same way or if it just continues to get worse, or how you feel about that stuff. So we're about to go for this last set here. It's like 35 degrees out while we're filming this, and we're just dying. So here we go. I think I had gained a little bit of ground on Bill. Bill's about to go. He's always such a fast runner. I want you guys to comment if you're watching, like how you enjoy this type of like mindset work. Somebody that you feel like is able to stay checked in workouts. Do you struggle more mentally than physically? I think that I'm somebody who, for my entire CrossFit-y, high intensity workout career life, I have had and still have a lot to learn when it comes to mental. We talked about before this workout how this is a really great workout to do that because the movements are so simple and the rep scheme is very manageable when choosing to pay attention to things like breathing or trying to go unbroken or trying to push a faster pace than you normally would. Choosing a workout like this one that on paper looks very manageable. It doesn't have highly technical movements or movements that maybe you're uncomfortable with or you're worried that you're gonna get too sloppy with. These are great workouts. I used to tell people when I coached at a gym, if you see a workout that's like wall balls and burpees or burpees and running or wall balls and running, those are the workouts that it's like, okay, let me just go full send, full blackout and find out what happens. There's value to that. There's value to dying off and allowing your rounds to get slower and just learning what you can learn about yourself. Bill's checked in. He's on the last 3 rounds of the 12 swings and 8 burpees. I'm about to finish the last 3 rounds of 12 swings and 8 burpees. And now's the time where it's like hold absolutely nothing back. We're uncomfortable, we're dying, but push completely on this last portion, making sure, again, risky, not reckless. Don't get sloppy, don't get ugly. Make sure we're keeping the heels down. Make sure we're keeping the back flat on those swings. Your score for this workout is both your fastest set and your slowest set. And somehow, I remember this, some like slow jams came on as we were finishing, and it just gave us another bigger opportunity to not get fuel or motivation from outside of ourselves, right? Super grateful for Kariana and Bill for coming out and doing this with us. We'll be seeing more of them, you guys. There are pretty much 4 versions of this workout. It's just A, C, and shift. Again, shift is 6 rounds of 1 minute of continuous movement, 16 eye level swings and 8 burpees. So you can always go with that version. But I encourage you guys, even you shifters out there, to give this main version a go. Let it take as long as it takes for you. I think you'll be okay. Again, this is week 11. We're coming up almost on being halfway through the 2024 vault, the first round of it. And my last round took 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So I had about a 30-second drop off. And really where the biggest drop off was from round 1 to round 2. Round 2 to round 3 was a 2-second drop off and then another 8 seconds. When I do this workout again, I will, all right, fine. I'll do the extra challenge, which is just gnarly. Bill, same thing. He had a very similar drop off as to me. And I think Kariana did as well. Kariana finishing up here, her 3rd set. You can see all of us are pretty wrecked. At least you guys won't go into it blind like I did the first time we did this workout, where it just felt different than expected. If you think that you've done this workout before and you want to go check your score, I don't have the exact date, but it was in February of 2023 that it was programmed. So maybe we can get that into one of the Instagram posts or something where we can let you guys so you can go check it. And that is a wrap. Make sure you guys have, 25, 30 minutes to get this one done. I just look confused at this point. Enjoy week 11, the Underworld of the Caribbean, the 2024 Street Parking Vault. Thank you, Billy and Kariana, for coming. Good luck with this one, everybody. It's very just deceiving because it's seems like the 3 rounds of 8 and 12 is not much. Like Bill and Kariana have put out for the mindset challenge for this one, treat each one like its own workout. So don't think of it as 4 rounds, think of each round as its own thing. For me personally, where that mental hurdle became real was after the 2nd round. But going into the 3rd, where it's not your last one, but you're in it, trying not to think about having 2 more and just attacking, I would say that 3rd one was really challenging. I did something, I'll admit, that I don't normally do in workouts like this. I reset the bike. So I didn't continue counting up. I didn't go 22 to 44 to 66 or whatever. I actually reset the bike at 0, which I thought was important for this mindset challenge. And then even within the 3 rounds, you can treat each one of those little sections as its own thing. And they were saying, even each movement, I'm just kettlebell swinging right now. I'm just burpeeing, not thinking about what's coming up next. And then for me personally, always on the last set of 12 and 8, specifically the last 8 burpees, I tried to push even a little bit more to finish it off. Like it was its own workout. Yeah. Not thinking about having to do another round. So this is a great one. because the movements are so simple and the reps are so manageable, to do something like this with. So it's a good one.
I found like in the run, on the definitely third and fourth, I like had to begin again during the run.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, but like when I get to like one of them, I actually focused on like gratitude, like I'm grateful for my feet, I'm grateful for my legs, like my breathing, and that was probably the
I'm grateful
fastest.
for my friend Miranda.
Yeah, what, third. And like, but then on the fourth one, I had to like say begin again to myself when I like realized, oh my gosh, it's 150, I still have 2, and I was like, just start here. But yeah, it was tough for me, like I struggle with the comparison. So like staying in my own, you know, I worked, that was like something for me to work on, like knowing you guys were headed out and like finishing and just being like, okay, what's my effort? Like what's best for me? How hard can I go right now? So that was like a really good thing, but also getting kind of pushed by that. So.
Yeah, I think that's like the balance of like if you do work out with people, of like feeding off each other's energy without turning into. It's really hard to like not compare or anything like that, but still feed off the energy.
Yeah, that was good. A lot of lung burning after round 1. That was like I haven't felt that in a long time. I was like,
you've just been 2 days in a row over here.
Yeah, that first run, I was like, yeah. But I mean, I really leaned into the deviation.
yeah.
Because if 1 felt the same as 4, that would have been a failure. And like, or if 1 felt like 3, because 4 you can always find something. If 1 felt like 3, then I would have failed before the workout even began. So that was a good one to really push on and just see what happens. Like for me, so much of the mindset stuff that I've learned through this stuff is like when you get to that moment of like doubt, or I don't know if I can keep going, or I don't know if this is possible, like now you've arrived. Yeah. Everything you did was intentional to get you to this point, and that's shorter than a breath. And that's where I feel like that's where you find something. So instead of never pushing hard to get to that point, you're never gonna get there. So now you've arrived.
And it is also like a great tool for people, because then you feel like, not relief in that, but you're like, oh,
Yes.
I'm doing, like I'm here doing what I'm supposed to be doing. If you never get to that moment of doubt, ever.
It was not honest.
Yeah, like then you're probably not pushing.
Yeah.
When you're.
Yeah, agreed.
That was great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.